ran by quietly for very long. So it was no wonder he started to preach. He told anyone who would listen that all those gods weren't worth the marble they were carved from, and what really got Paul's anger going were all those shrines or altars to unknown gods. What's the deal? Demanded Paul. Are you trying to cover all your bases? Are you people afraid that you might have left out some god or other you can't even think of? Are you so frightened that you have to build shrines to unknown gods just in case? It must be that you don't want to be caught offending any god, even one that might not exist. This unknown god business was the last straw for Paul. So that's how come he ended up standing in front of the council ready to answer for his behavior. Paul realized that he was talking to the educated elite, the philosophers of Athens, who whiled away their time in idle pursuits of the mind. Paul knew about the Epicureans, those who figured that since everyone was going to die someday, people should use their time to enjoy as much pleasure as possible. They were the sort of people who figured that their goal in life was to party until they dropped. On the other hand, the Stoics believed life pretty much boiled down to being born, growing up, going to work, paying taxes, and dying. So according to Stoic philosophy, the best way to deal with life is to just accept whatever came along. These were people who never got too excited about anything, because they always figured that something bad must be just around the corner. What with all these different philosophies and religious beliefs floating all over the place, Paul realized that trying to quote Hebrew scripture to the great city council members wouldn't get very far. They wouldn't have a clue what Paul was talking about. Athenians lived in a different culture. Their world was as far away from Israel as the moon. So Paul packed away the scriptures and started talking about a world that was familiar to the Athenians. At first, Paul attempted to use some diplomacy. Excuse me, my dear friends of Athens, I just want to tell you how impressed I am with your beautiful city. I can see that you're extremely religious in every way. Paul thought, okay, so far so good. Now I've got it. Things began to go downhill from there because Paul just couldn't remain diplomatic for very long. And so he said, as I explored your city, I came across an altar with the inscription, "To an unknown God." Are you so afraid of offending a God that you might have missed, a God you don't even know about, that you worship at the altar of just in case? And this unknown God is satisfied with whatever worship you do. How can you worship what you don't even know about? Paul continued, just let me tell you about the one God you can know about in every way. The God who made heaven and earth and everything in them doesn't live in houses of marble and granite. As a matter of fact, nothing made by human hands can hold God. Humans don't create God. In the world, it's God who does the creating, and it's God who gives all living things endless and boundless love. Paul kept on. What I'm trying to tell you is that it's not God who needs us, but we humans who need God. And you folks, whether you get it or not, are searching for God, but you don't recognize God. Paul shouted out, here's the good news. God has come to you and me and everybody. Let me explain how it happened. God sent a man to live among us to show us how to live and love and care for each other. I know that's a radical and revolutionary idea, but it's true. Paul kept on going, you see, that man is God's Son who taught us about God. God's Son, Jesus, loves us so much that he died for us. that you just aren't buying it. But look at it this way. It's a love story. A story about God who loves all people so much that God would come to us, die for us, and live again for us. Unfortunately, most people weren't convinced by Paul's words that day. Indeed, it really wasn't his best evangelistic moment. But for us, centuries later, I think Paul's words to the skeptical Athenians should remind us that Jesus came to show us how to love, and that his love continues to be with us today. So, supper was over, the leftovers were put away, the dishes were washed, and Judas has run away from the upper room as though a hive of yellow jackets was following him. Everybody's feet are squeaky clean thanks to Jesus, whose hands are still puckered from all that foot washing. At that moment, Jesus starts to talk to them. And he talks to them for a long time, but he doesn't seem to be making much sense. He's talking about how his time with them is coming to an end and that very soon he will be leaving them. It's talk that seems to be going around in circles. Jesus could say some confusing things, but this speech was more than his friends could handle. It's as if Jesus is talking about going to a family reunion with his father, but no one else is invited. It sounded as though he said he'd be back sometime later, but right now they are in charge of things. Jesus must have realized he wasn't getting through to them, so he explains, you know you won't be alone at all. There's this thing called love I'm leaving with you, not a warm, cozy, only when it feels good love, but a love that will be with you through thick and thin. I'm not talking about love that only lasts through the good times, but I'm talking about a love that will see you through the really tough times of your lives. And I'm not leaving you on your own with this love. Someone else is going to come and show up and love and care for every one of you, and that someone will be like an advocate or a friend who stands by you no matter what happens. Once upon a time, a student named Steve was taking a challenging class in logic, something our Athenian friends may have been able to understand. Anyway, the professor was known for exacting and demanding exams. The final exam was looming, and the professor mercifully told the class that each student would be permitted to bring in a single 8.5 by 11 inch sheet of paper with as much information as they could put on that one sheet for help during the test. On exam day, each student came to class clutching their precious pieces of paper with as much information as possible. Some students crammed in lines and lines written in print so small they were almost impossible to read. But Steve walked in with a blank sheet of paper and a friend who was a senior student and who had an A in logic. Steve bent down, placed the blank sheet of paper on the floor next to his desk, and his expert friend stood on the paper. Steve, the professor, noticed the extra body in the room and asked what he was doing. Steve responded, you said we could bring in whatever we could fit on a single sheet of paper for help on this test. Well, here is my help, and he can still fit on the paper. Steve had figured out how to have some real help standing next to him when he needed someone to stand by him. Maybe Jesus should have had someone like Steve around at the time to help explain what he meant by having an advocate who would stand by his followers. Instead, Jesus tried to tell his followers, you will not be left alone to struggle through life. None of you will ever be an orphan, abandoned, or lost. The Holy Spirit will show up and live within each and every one of you all the time. God's Spirit will never leave you. You have the love of God who knows every inch of you and loves you with amazing power and grace. God's Spirit of love will watch over you long after I have left for the family reunion. One day, a mother was trying to convince her 3-year-old son to take a nap. A lot of us mothers know what that was like, right? Nothing seemed to work. No amount of coaxing or bribing or promises helped. He just wasn't going to take that nap. Finally, she put him in bed with her and lay down beside him, thinking that might do the trick. Well, as you can guess, Mom fell asleep, but the 3-year-old boy didn't. When Mom woke up, she saw her son sitting on a chair at the end of the bed and asked, "What are you doing?" "I'm playing God," he replied. "Playing God?" she asked. "Yes," he said, "I'm watching over you while you sleep." God is watching over us, filling us with the power of the Holy Spirit that loves us even when we aren't very lovable. God is with us, abiding in us and through us even when we turn away from God. The ever-present Spirit fills us with the sort of love that lasts forever, through the good times and the bad times. When we remember to listen to God and when we forget, God's love will still surround us. The tricky part for us is to live every day in the light of God's love, keeping God's commandments to love one another as God loves us. It sounds easy, but it's tough to live that love all the time. That's why we've been given the gift of the Holy Spirit that keeps nudging us along, poking and prodding us until we get it. Our advocate, the Spirit that lives in each of us, calls us to be neighbors, to recognize the love that God has for us all. Indeed, we are a community of faith. We are an Easter people. And as the writer Richard Burridge tells us, a church full of Easter people will be a place where grieving or searching souls can be comforted, encouraged, and strengthened because they sense God's presence and God's Spirit that resides in our midst, inspiring and sustaining our life together. And each of us be filled with the overwhelming desire to love God as God loves us through thick and thin. May our days on earth be lived in love for one another. For as long as we live, we are the reflection of God's Spirit as we worship together and as we venture out into the world. Amen. be shared this morning. We have a wonderful group of people here. It's getting warm outside, right? Lots to be thankful for. Along with joys, we have concerns as well, and there are concerns to be shared this morning.
Warren Starr.
Remember Warren, and we're glad that Cheryl is with us today.